Your teacher has just given you an assignment to write a personal reflection and post it in your roadmap portfolio. So how do you do this? Well, first of all, it depends on which area you want to do your reflection in. I have a reflection that I've written that has to do with critical thinking, which is under My Learning. So I'm going to go to the My Learning tab, and since this reflection is on critical thinking, I'm going to click there. Now you could just write the reflection, but I think it's better if you go ahead and write it in a word processor first. That gives you the opportunity to clean up any grammar problems you might have or spelling problems and just make it look good. So I've done that. Down here I've written my critical thinking on, as a teacher, how I use critical thinking in the mythology class. And I've written a rather lengthy response to that. So I'm going to go back for a moment to my Digication ePortfolio, and I've got critical thinking skills, and now what I want to do is I want to add a module for my reflection. So I'm going to click on Add a Module, and I'm going to click on Chattanooga, and under Chattanooga there is a module that says Evidence of Learning, and I'm going to click on that, and I want to add this module. Now you'll notice that when I do that, I get a module that says Evidence of Learning, select learning outcome. Well, the learning outcome I want is critical thinking. So I click on that, and now notice I can include lots of different documentation. I could do a brief narrative, I could give example papers, I can have links to things that I may have published online, or if I've got pictures or photos or audio files or something else that I've done. Any one of these could fit. With this particular one, since I'm doing critical thinking, I'm just going to do a brief narrative, which is what the instructor has asked me to do. We're pretending, of course. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to find my file, and I'm just going to highlight everything, and I'm come over here to copy, and now I'm going to come back to my portfolio, click down here, and I'm going to click on paste from Word. Oops. And I'll copy that in there using Control V, insert, and here is my response. Now this was centered on my original, and I think I want it centered again, so I'm going to go ahead and center that. And this looks pretty good. I'm using block format. If my teacher wanted me to do indented paragraphs, I could make that change. It'd be easier to do it on my word process document. This looks the way I want it. So, and my teacher wanted me to have over 400 words. I've got 461, so I'm good. And I'm going to click Save. And I'm going to scroll up here, and I'm going to click Publish. And I'm going to click Publish Changes. Now, notice that right now my reflection is up here at the top of the page, but I really want it underneath at the bottom of the page. I certainly want to keep this banner at the top, and I want to keep this description of critical thinking skills in place. So now that I've published it, I can move it. I'm going to click on Drag to Reorder, and I'm going to slide it all the way down to the bottom and leave it here. And now I'm going to go to Publish View. And when I do, here, critical thinking skills, and here's my evidence of learning. Notice all those instructions are gone, but my heading evidence of learning here, the learning outcome critical thinking, and here's my reflection. All nice and neatly done. Wasn't that easy? So if I were doing communication skills, the same thing. I would go to communication skills, I would click, have to get back and edit, I would click on Add a Module, and again I would choose the evidence of learning module, and then I could add that. So that's how you add a reflection to your portfolio.